Are the AirPods Maxes still worth buying in 2023? Apple hasn't updated these headphones since they came out in 2020. I was back and forth on buying mine for a long time. I finally decided to pull the trigger. One thing I will say, don't pay full price for them. Apple still charges $550 for these things. That's crazy. Don't pay that price for it. Find some on Amazon. I'll have them linked below. They're usually around $450, $475, something like that. Best Buy's regular price for them is usually about $500. Buying them for $550 at an Apple store, not worth it. I will say, these are some of the best feeling headphones I've ever felt. Really best piece of technology that I've felt. It's a premium build. They feel like they're worth some money. With their all metal design, super soft ear cushions, and the mesh band to kind of take some weight off your head so it doesn't feel like you're wearing these big heavy headphones all the time. The noise cancellation is one of the best that I've ever tried, if not the best. The transparency mode is the best that I've tried. That's where you can still hear everything going on in the background. And if you're deep in the Apple ecosystem like I am, switching between your different devices with these headphones is more seamless on the AirPods Maxes than any other AirPods that I have. I can switch from using my Mac to my iPad to my phone, and it will automatically switch for me pretty seamlessly 98% of the time. The other 2% of the time that it sometimes causes an issue is if I'm switching from an iOS device to my Mac. Sometimes it gives a little bit of a hang up before it connects. But generally, these compared to any other headphones that I've used, this seamless switching between your devices through iCloud, this is the best one. Now these headphones do come with some cons. Number one, obviously being the price. Number two, for some people, the weight. They're bigger, heavier headphones. For me, I think that mesh band does a great job, and I really don't feel like they're heavy headphones unless I go put on some Beats after wearing the AirPods, then I can notice it. Otherwise, you get used to it pretty quickly, and even wearing them for hours, I don't have any issue with it. Second issue for some people is they're not water or sweat resistant. Some people like to wear them to the gym, and of course you could still wear them to the gym, it's just you might want to be careful. They are a little pricey to wear to the gym, but if that's what you want to do, go for it. The cups are easy to remove because they're magnetic. So worst case, if you get the cups a little bit dirty or nasty looking, you can always replace them pretty easily. If water were to get inside the headphones, that's where you could start to run into some issues. I think if you're going to be wearing them to the gym, you should buy AppleCare for these headphones. And then if anything were to happen to them, you can just get them replaced at an Apple store. That's kind of my solution for if I were to wear them to the gym. Lastly is Apple's smart case for it, which everybody has something to say about it. I mean, really, it leaves a lot of the headphone exposed. So for a case, it really doesn't do a good job. It's the only way to actually turn these headphones off. Every now and again, I have to put them in the case to turn them off because for whatever reason, they're not connecting. And since the headphones don't collapse down to make it easier to travel, it's a big piece to put into your bag. Now, what I think Apple should have done was, instead of calling this a case, if they just called it a cover, then that would have been fine. It would be like the iPad covers. They're not, really cases, they're just smart covers. That's what they should have named this, in my opinion. But either way, you can buy other cases online. I know I had one from Spigen before. I'll link it below as well. And those do a good job of actually protecting the entire headphone if you were to travel. The only thing, like I said, they don't break down, so they're bulky to carry around. Where something like the Beats Studios, those can fold up pretty nicely. Speaking of the Beats Studio, I think the Beats Studio Pro would be one of the competitors to this headphone. It's really that. Bose has a couple of different options, and then the Sony XM4s or XM5s. Those are your main competitors to the AirPod Maxes. The Sony XM5s, they are also super soft. They feel really, really nice. They sound great. But when you're comparing the Sonys, the Beats, the Bose to the AirPods, the biggest thing you notice is the difference in material. Once you feel and hold the AirPods Maxes, they feel like a premium headphone, where the other ones, they feel good until you touch the Maxes. So are they still worth buying in 2023? As long as you don't pay full price for them, so less than that $550 that Apple charges, realistically, I'd say less than $479, that would be my top end. If you have multiple Apple devices and you usually switch between using more than one, or if you just want to floss and say you have them, they're worth buying in 2023. Like and subscribe for more, help a small channel out a little bit, and check out those links below.